Hey everyone, Punisher88 here, coming to you live once again with another weekend review. And I promise this is my last video of the day. I figured with a contest entry, a loot crate unboxing, and now a comic review, you guys are set for the weekend. So, as I mentioned on Thursday, I said that today's review was going to be of a hot topic book, and trust me, it is. But before I get into that, I just wanted to mention to those of you out there who are watching, when I wrote down my notes for this book, it had just come out that week, and the reason why I didn't review it the week it came out was because I had some other stuff lined up already, and I'll admit I also kind of forgot about it too. So that's why during this review, if it sounds like I'm talking about the book as if, it just came out like last week, now you guys know why it'll sound like that. So now I'm assuming you guys are wondering, what book am I reviewing today? Well, I figured since this is the first time I've ever reviewed anything from this series on my channel, might as well start with a monumental book. So today I'm reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 44. So, for those of you who watch my reviews, you guys will know that I like to start with the cover first, so let's check it out. Now, right off the bat, yes, I love this cover. The reason why I love this cover so much is because when I first saw it in the shop, I looked at it and I said, what the hell is going on here? I mean, we have Bebop and Rocksteady walking away all casual-like, leaving destruction behind them. And, when I see a cover like this, it only leaves me wondering of, what the whole story is all about. So, for a cover to say something like that, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So, yes, love this cover. So now, it's time to get on to what I like to call the nitty-gritty. But first, I'd like to mention to the more newer subscribers to my channel, or viewers too, if at any time during this review or any of my previous but more recent reviews, if you notice that I look up and down at the camera quite a bit, or it sounds like I'm reading to you guys, the reason for that is I keep my notes in front of me. The reason I keep my notes in front of me is I find it helps the review flow a lot smoother compared to my very first reviews. I was like all over the place. I was repeating myself quite often. I used to just wing the whole thing, and it was a mess. And feel free to check out some of those early reviews, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The second reason is, let's say if during the review, if I get stuck, I could look at my notes, backtrack, and then keep going. And third, well, it's more of a help aid for me, because I was never great at, memorizing text and then relaying it back from memory. Not my thing. So I keep the notes in front of me. So if you guys are cool with that, awesome. We'll get through this review and we'll be on our merry way. So I'm going to give you guys the good, the bad, and then my overall verdict, pretty much. So first off, the good. This is a huge issue for the franchise. Now, I'll do my best to dance around the big spoilers, but just so you know, this is an issue you need to read for yourself. Seeing the spoiler online won't hit you the same way it does in the comic. Got it? Great. Now, let's talk about TMNT issue 44. This chapter presents the conclusion of General Krang's plan, and it's pretty satisfying. Not only do we get some seriously fun action, I love the whole sidekick and the team attack. But this arc really puts, now I hope I'm saying this right, Fugitoid back into the spotlight. He's been doing his own thing for quite some time now, and this issue really gives the classic character a gripping standout moment. It really reminds you of all he's been through and what kind of character he truly is. He may no longer be organic, but has he lost his humanity? This issue does a great job giving him a chance to really set up and steal the show. And that's saying a lot considering the other events that really go down in this comic. It's a very well-written sequence. Sure, General Krang feels a little downplayed in the action, but it's still a total blast watching the team in action. And the group attack really made me want to cheer. Okay, here's where dancing around spoilers is going to get tough. There's one game-changing moment in this issue, and I think it's executed in an incredibly compelling and emotional way. The sequence had me completely absorbed, and I kept wondering about how it would play out differently. Except it never did, and then we're struck by something truly staggering. I'll admit my jaw was dropped, and I was left speechless. There's so much potential for amazing follow-up here, and there's also so much potential. See, I just got stuck. There's so much potential for amazing follow-up here, and yeah, there. That was that was spoiler-free enough, right? I hope. Although I'm kind of guessing you guys already know what I'm talking about. But anyway, also, I read the solicitation after reading the issue, and I strongly recommend avoiding it. Instead of thinking that a certain direction is beyond unlikely to happen, that solicit will make the powerful moment more predictable. Not good. I love how the chapter is able to bring Krang's story to an end while also dropping some major teasers about what's to come. New alliances are built. One event is sure to have ginormous repercussions, and I really appreciate the brief bit between Karai and Splinter. Even though this brings one story to an end, you can tell the creative team is always looking forward to. Honestly, any other team could have made this, one big brawl with Krang and then called it a day. Instead, this creative team took time to focus on the bigger picture while also delivering the fan service and Krang craziness we'd expect. Next, Tom Waltz, Kevin Eastman, and Bobby Curnow put plenty of action in the story. And Corey Smith and Rhonda Pattison are able to make all of the ninja and mutant mayhem look awesome. Every hit, every leap, and every impact is sold so very well that whether it's a kick that'll make you want to shout, yeah, or an attack that'll fill you with sadness and heartbreak, this visual team does a superb job handling all of the action and laying it all out in an immersive way. I won't spoil it, but I will say their handling of the final page makes sure it really makes an impact. The expressions, especially one on the left, this is referring to the final page, are exactly what you'd expect them to be. And it's perfect. It really pulls you into the moment and makes these characters feel like they're real and not just static images on a page. Now for the bad. As stunning as the big moment may be, I can't help but also think about how this will be fixed instead of continuing to be emotionally struck by it. Now, maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, but I find it very hard to believe something like that will, stick. And I'm instead thinking about the ways they'll fix that, fix what just occurred. It has the potential for some great fallout, but believing it's a permanent development is too tough to swallow. I mean, we're talking about a world with immortals, resurrection, magic, mutagen, alternate dimensions, and so much more. After all, now maybe they'll make me eat my words on this one, and all it boils down to is, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? Also, Shredder has received a ton of love in this series. The IDW team has pretty much built him up as this amazingly badass villain. And it's because of that, I can't but feel like he was, kind of really overshadowed and downplayed in this arc. Now, it doesn't help that the exciting cover blatantly implies his conflict with Krang isn't over just yet. And I get this isn't his story, but it seems like he was cast aside way too easily, especially considering what we've previously seen him endure and how big of a role he plays in this world. He obviously shouldn't be unbeatable and unstoppable, but after all we've seen from him, I expected more. On the plus side, his story concludes with a lot of promise, so there's that. Also, I'd like to add a little side note. Krang's blade that he uses cut through Shredder's blade the last time we saw them go at it. Yet, Leo was able to block an attack from the blade. So I'm thinking maybe Leo's swords are made of a stronger material? Now, I know it's not a big deal, but I couldn't help but wonder about that one, Sometimes the little things are what really throw you off, and that's one of them. So, once again, do not read the solicitation. This doesn't impact the score, but it's worth nothing. Pretty much. Now for the verdict. TMNT number 44 is a real jaw-dropper. It's a powerful issue that's able to balance sorry, I'm having trouble reading my own writing. Fun, plot development, and emotion equally well. All of these moments are brought to life wonderfully by Smith and Pattison, but you'd expect no less from them at this point. It's the kind of issue that's going to linger in your memory and make you wonder what'll happen in the next issue. Sure, I have some criticisms about the story and the biggest moment, but it's a huge and ambitious issue for this franchise. Even though it wraps up one arc in a solid way, it does more than enough to build our interest in what's to come. So all in all, seriously, don't miss this one. So, that brings me to the conclusion of my review of TMNT issue 44. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. If I do get a thumbs down, it just means I gotta work harder on pleasing you guys. Also, if you like other reviews such like this one, take a look around my channel. I got tons of them. I also have unboxings. I have a little I guess you could call them like history lessons on lame comic book characters. And yeah, if you like all that stuff, go nuts. I got plenty of stuff for you guys to watch. Like any video, comment on anything, because as I've mentioned before, I love reading viewers' comments because I find it keeps the interaction between us really strong. And when all is said and done, when you're all done here before leaving, make sure to click that subscribe button. So, now that that's all said and done, I did say on Thursday that I was going to try and think up of a question for you guys to, go into the weekend. So, my question for you is, I know back in the day, we had we had Superman versus Muhammad Ali, these crazy crossovers and stuff, or we had the Punisher meets Archie, or Batman and Spawn, Batman and Predator, stuff like that. So my question is, what is one crossover, whether it be a comic book character with a movie character, that you would like to see that hasn't been done yet? So let me know in the description, and on Thursday I'll let you know my answer. Alrighty? So till Wednesday, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys get a lot of cool geeky goodies and whatnot, and I'll see you then. Alright guys, so I'm cutting it here at 16 minutes and seconds. So again, till Wednesday, this is Punisher 88 signing off. See ya.